Hello. Are you all here? Are you all ready for the Consortium Interregnum?
Ready is a
Yeah.
strong word. But yes, we are.
I'm puckered.
Well, we have a nice, relaxing adventure today, right?
Don't we have a race?
Yeah, that's nice and relaxing.
I guess. Some high
You know,
octane shenanigans going on here.
well, I guess that depends on, who's doing what.
Good.
But yes, that is correct. We have the race for today. Um, you guys met your competitors. Do you remember who they were?
Um, there was, oh god. There was the one who was the mermaid's, boyfriend.
Yep.
Um,
He had the gold feeler like hair.
yeah.
Was the name Adonis?
No. No, Adonis is our good, our good friend from the surface.
No, that's Barbados.
I'm sorry. What was Adonis?
This is the shark guy from the military.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And then there was one other competitor that was introduced. The rest of them I just kind of had nameless.
Yeah.
Was oh shoot, who was the other guy? I'm trying to remember.
It was the guy and his donkey. The halfling.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's right. It was the weird guy and his donkey. It's,
Don Quixote.
yeah.
Doesn't the donkey just hold its breath? Like underwater? Like
That's what he
when-
told you when you guys asked him how it was going to work.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm more afraid of that guy than the guy with the pure thoroughbred sea creature. The motherfucker bringing the donkey to to the gunfight basically. I'm scared. I fear for our lives.
It's gonna be your
Alright.
life. You're the only one swimming.
That's true.
Watch as like the donkey just like fucking transformers into a boat, a motorboat.
Animorph's gone crazy, Beast War style.
Good. Amazing.
So how is the stunning Samantha Chambers feeling?
Stunning Samantha Chambers. I speak with Samantha Chambers. I'm like, how are you doing? Are you ready?
They, you've been training for it, and they seem like their heads in the game.
Okay, good. We got to get your head in the game.
God damn it.
Sorry, now I'm just imagining as soon as like you have to make a roll, and if you get a fucking 1, this would be a fucking disaster. I'm just saying this now so the fucking ill omen gets out of the way, hopefully. Just like
It's actually
Samantha
turned into a baseball game though, or a basketball game rather.
God.
Is there any... Oh,
Nothing says that a Wakandagi can't play basketball.
this is true!
Yeah, I'm also thinking of the snail race where like SpongeBob shows up to it and Gary's like fuck really freaking tired and can't move.
So, I was thinking, is there any way we can help Luna win this race, like we did last time, where we blatantly cheated dinosaur race?
Lunu wouldn't accept it. You would have to go behind Lunu's back in order to do it.
Oh, really? It's a matter of pride now that we're not committing betting fraud.
Remember, Lunu didn't take any of your help last time.
Yeah, you did. We gave you guidance from the stands.
No, most of my guidance I was just getting from myself, from what I remember. You guys were using it on yourself.
We sabotaged Shenandoah, and then we like absolutely were casting spells to help you from the stands. We absolutely were.
You might want to
I think that was a you and George thing.
That was a
but
you
I
and
don't know.
George thing, but not.
That
a
was
thing
definitely
you...
a me and George thing. What were you writing on your back, Tasura?
I was trying to race with him. I was trying to like run in the race myself. I didn't want to ride on the dinosaur.
So you were writing in the stands.
Yeah. Or I thought I was in the race.
So
wanted
you
to see if
were
I
in
could
a practice race, but you were strapped to a T-Rex.
Yeah. I wanted to see if I could like carry my thing with me though. But
Yeah, I
that
just
didn't work
rewatched
out.
this episode the other day, so that's why I've been like, yeah,
Mhm.
they like they're with this weird harness. They strap you to this T-Rex, to the top of this T-Rex.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. If you don't want any help, I mean, we can just stand by, I guess.
Yeah, if you see cheating, definitely stop the cheating or cheat with me.
Okay.
Because like then it's not
Don't
cheating at
cheat
that point.
more than they're cheating.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This is sort of like, we never start the fight, but we will end it.
I ain't hear no bell.
I never heard no bell. Okay, so in that case, I mean, and what was Adonis's mount again? I'm trying to remember what it was.
That's not his name.
Or not Adonis. What the fuck was this guy's name again? Sorry.
Executioner?
No.
Not
Or
the
Not
executioner.
the not Samson motherfucker
Yeah.
with the golden locks, which was the golden
Yeah.
ringworm,
You mean
not ringworm, the
Saku.
Arctic worm guy.
Mr. Rapunzel.
Mr.
I'm
Rapunzel.
not finding my notes for him. And I'm also forgetting his name.
All
Definitely
we know
not
is that he's super attractive, despite being part weird ribbon worm.
Well, he's also
I
a
would say that's a
Goliath,
plus.
so he's very tall.
Yeah, tall, handsome.
No brain.
Well,
no brain.
good news. You guys can rename him if you want.
No, we can find it. We can find it. Hold on.
No, I'm gonna stop looking. If it's not right here, that means that at some point in the last break I put it somewhere else, and it's not worth trying to find.
Dreaded arch nemesis.
We'll just be like the
Normal
guy who we definitely named last time can be his name. Because maybe I just didn't give him a name. I've done that before, where I'm like,
I'm just checking
hey,
the footage
here's
right
a really cool and interesting character. A name? What?
Strawberry.
So there's a seahorse?
No, he's riding on a kelpie.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's technically a seahorse.
Well, it's a
Yeah, very
seaweed horse.
technically.
Yeah. Well.
So you guys arrive the
Yeah.
morning
Got
of the
the
big
seaweed
race.
comb Snoop Dogg.
Yep.
OG dog.
And even with you guys getting there so early, there's already people kind of setting up. You all are they basically have it's almost like like how they have some of the towns and the glass dome stuff. This is like that, but it's more of like an actual like ship, like it moves around, and it's right by the entrance to the giant octopus. And you guys are shuttled into there from the octopus. So you transit there, and then they bring you out. And this place is packed. It's full of people. And then even outside of the dome, the systemic hybrids who can breathe underwater are all around where the racetrack is. And the racetrack is you go up one of the tentacles up to the point that you breach topside, and then you come back around, and you basically come down on the other side of the octopus. So it's actually a very long track. It's miles. It's not like a short racetrack. And so it's even more of an endurance event. But you've been training. You're fairly confident you'll be able to handle it.
All right.
It is very busy. Austin, if I can get you to roll me a perception check real quick.
Here I go, Georgian. That's a verb. What?
Georgian
Copyright that. The Georgian time.
It's Georgian time.
I'm gonna roll knowledge, get myself a knowledge of the past. Just to add a d6 to this. Hold on. 20.
Oh,
Dirty 20, but still 20.
Yeah, so you go through, and as you guys are getting in, they're unloading supplies for the event. Things like, like hot dogs and drinks and that other kind of stuff. And you notice a couple of boxes with a weird label on it. And you kind of go over and you take a look at it, and you realize that seemingly amongst some of the merchandise, there's some writing in Thieves' Camp. And it does appear as if you're underneath the assumption that there may be some shenanigans planned for this race.
Shenanigans.
Based off of, and you wait for someone to not be looking the other way. This is something you'd be able to do very easily. You pop up, open one of the boxes, and you look through.
Mm-hmm.
And roll me
Mm-hmm.
a thing. What would this be?
I
Roll
tried
me
this.
either an
Mm-hmm.
investigation or arcana check.
I have no add to any of them. I will investigate though.
Oh man.
So you're not really sure how the assorted things could be used specifically, but it is still fairly clear to you that these are things that are getting smuggled in. It's not like anything obvious that you would see as like drugs. You think that this is something that is meant to be used as an obstacle on the course. But you may want to bring it up to the rest of the party and to do some digging.
Yeah.
So I go to. How far are they from me? Like I don't know if Lunu's getting ready in his like little racing stall.
Yeah, it's still a couple hours before the event.
Yeah, there are some spells I was going to cast on my boy, more so not to actually increase his speed, because I don't have anything that actually does that. What I do have is stuff to protect him.
I can hit him with a long strider if you want that.
I mean, that's
generous.
I don't know how much that does.
I think like magic that's going to increase my speed What do I know of the rules here? By the way, like how?
That would be breaking the rules. You're
Okay.
also fairly certain that people would be able to do a good amount of like magic detection.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're doing something to prevent someone from casting magic on you, you're fine. But if you start doing things like increasing Constitution score or
Yeah.
anything that might give you an edge, or
That's not
speed,
what
that would be
I'm
banned.
that's not what I'm doing. What I wanted to do was how do I put it? Before the match, and I'm wondering if this is actually a good. Obviously, I'm casting Speak with Animals beforehand.
Yeah, that'd be allowed.
Yeah, that's the other. I wanted to put on him was. Oh wait, let me see if this is actually. Is freedom of movement allowed?
That would be a good spell for this kind, especially one that likes to throw traps.
Yeah, this is just so I'm unaffected by.
Yeah, it would be. Because it like magically like smooths out the road for you. It gets rid of difficult terrain.
So it's not allowed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
What about protection from good and evil?
That's actually the one I wanted to cast, because I didn't want anyone messing with my boy.
Wait, are they a boy or
protection from good and evil would probably not be on the banned list.
Okay. I'm definitely cast. That's one of the ones I wanted to do. Beforehand.
Is protection from good and evil concentration?
Yes, it is, which limits me to what I can cast next.
But can't I just cast protection from good and evil on?
If you want to do it, that means if you drop concentration, I would have to pick it up. But the other thing,
and the race is going to be longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Real quick, we had a
long. At least have it for the first 10 minutes.
Real quick, we had a long rest last time, right? Or no?
Yeah. This is so you guys are back up.
So the good news is that if we cast at least for the first 10 minutes of the race, if people try to use it on you in the first 10 minutes, which they likely would, then they'll probably be like, oh, it's not working. They're protected from it, and they probably won't try it again.
Real quick, guys, what if I cast Augury just to see how the race would go? As soon as like 30 minutes before the race starts.
I mean, you could. I mean, more so.
Augury is more about like making a choice.
Yeah.
Not just generally how something would come out.
Yeah, it doesn't predict the future. It is more so what's the chances of this choice. There is one I wanted to cast though.
Okay.
If you wanted to use Augury, unironically, the best person to use it on, the best way to do it here would be to ask, how would me betting on the donkey guy go? So we can know if he's actually a threat or not.
You could do it.
That is the way I could do it.
You would assume that this is also illegal, but it'd be harder for them to check.
Yeah.
Technically fraud, but you wouldn't be worried. Like it wouldn't affect the race because it has to do with the gambling.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not gonna be anything that'll mess with the race
Although the funny thing is that if there are official odds, the official odds may take that into account. They may actually have someone doing Augury a couple of times in order to determine odds. You don't know their methodology, but that is theoretically a possibility that someone could do it.
Here's one I wanted to know if it was an illegal move or not. And that is Commune with Nature, where I get briefly become one with nature and gain knowledge of the surrounding territory. It's a 3-mile radius. Any, you know, and anything underneath me is limited to 300 feet. And 300 feet above, I'm assuming. But basically, I just gain knowledge of terrain and bodies of water, plants, minerals, animal or people, or if there are any celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, influences of other planes of existence, or buildings. Basically,
So
this is to act like a...
three.
Yes. This was more so to act like a GPS, if you will. Is that allowed?
Well,
or is it supposed to be a mystery?
There's a course that's already mapped out.
Okay.
And you can technically go through the course in order to take a look before the race starts. Nothing's stopping you from doing that besides the fact that it would take
Okay,
time.
so it's not worth
Yeah, and because like the powerful celestial fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, you've got 2 of those in the party that would probably get triggered by that.
Yeah, me and Senna are technically Fae and undead.
Yeah. And it's like they'll be like, yeah, there's 37 Azamar in the audience.
Yeah, no, so it'd be worthless. Got it. And of course I got.
In terms of
would there
for
be
what you
30
wanted to use it as, it probably wouldn't work that way.
No.
Also, the course is bigger than 3 miles.
Yeah, I assume.
And a huge amount of it is up and down.
Okay. So here's what
If this was something that you could cast instantaneous,
no,
like a couple of times throughout the match, it would be better. But the fact that it's also a 10-minute cast means that it's something you'd have to do before.
So
so I would definitely say that it is allowed, because it doesn't offer you any. But I don't know if it would be particularly useful for this particular subject. This commune with nature is also. It doesn't look like it was designed for an underwater campaign.
Here is one. And I don't think it actually would help me too much. Would Guardian of Nature, if I did the Great Tree, casting it on myself, all it does is give me temp HP, advantage on con checks, and dex and wisdom base attacks are rolled with advantage. And while I'm on the ground, okay, this is actually detrimental to everyone else. Never mind.
Well, yes, but there's no ground.
Yeah, that is true. Here's what I'm actually going to cast. Just so my boy can... And by the way, does my dude here, my little deer boy, my snaky lad, does he have resistance to non-magical damage?
No.
Okay. I'm going to cast Stone Skin on him. This does not actually decrease his speed due to the spell description. It just gives him resistance to bludgeoning.
Piercing and slashing.
Yeah.
Alright. Give me a highs or lows.
Highs. Always highs. We never do low here. Low is a thing of cowards and cads.
True and real.
Can we get much lower?
No, we're going high, baby. High.
Um, Stone Skin is not in the rule book, being banned, and there's no like stigma around using it at all.
Okay.
When um when you cast it, let me look at. I feel like I gotta add a little.
Full pizzazz.
Roll for pizzazz.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for jazz hands.
Roll for a certain je ne sais quoi.
All right, so all what this does is add resistance to non-magical damage.
Correct.
Interesting.
That's all it does, and it's actually why I'm doing it, is because if I'm attacked or my boy is attacked, at least, they're not taking damage. And it's just bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Last question about the rules. Am I allowed guidance on myself for my own rolls, or no?
Highs, lows.
Highs.
It's allowed, but it's frowned upon.
Okay. If it ain't against the rules, I'm using it.
Yeah.
And I got
It's
my rogue.
It's kind of like one of those things in where it's like it's like a performance enhancing drug that's not on the list. Um so and also it's like something that you actively have to do yourself.
Yeah.
Now I will say, like, for the most part, like, it's using your action to do the moves. So you probably, like, if you use your action to cast guidance, you wouldn't be using your action to move forward.
Yeah. I'm actually casting guidance beforehand.
Yes.
I'm not.
And then if you wanted to reapply it, you would either need to have something to make it like a bonus action, if you have
Yeah.
something like that,
I do not.
or it would probably not be super worth it to recast it
Yeah.
every time.
No, I just wanted to know for my first roll, and I don't. And it,
Yeah.
guidance is it stays with you until you need it. So.
All right.
And it only
Who's up
lasts a
next?
minute, so we're good. That's it for me. I'm ready to go.
All right. So you guys want to try and investigate, see what you can find about these saboteurs?
Sure.
Yeah. So who brought this in? Do we know who brought this like crate of stuff in?
Yeah, no.
Or
You want to try and like find like a foreman, ask some questions?
Yeah, no, like, hey, I noticed some boxes around here. Don't know if there's obstacles in the race or anything, or.
And so you just go up to the person who looks like they're the person in charge.
Yeah.
I mean, you're well versed in like shipments and that kind of stuff. You'd be able to find that person without any issue.
Yeah.
But it's you're going to the official person.
Yeah.
He turns and he looks to you and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. This is all just food and like supplies. None of this has to do with the race. This is all like concessions.
Like, even these boxes.
Do you like walk over and like show him one of the boxes?
Yeah. Show him one of the boxes.
So at first he's mad that you were going through the boxes, but then when the stuff is inside, he kind of He kind of looks it over, and highs or lows.
Hi.
And so he closes up the box, and then he kind of like pats you on the shoulder, and while doing it, he drops 3 shiny into your pocket, and
Oh.
he says, "It's all concessions."
Hmm.
He's trying to bribe you, but he doesn't know who you are, and so he's giving a much too low value.
Yeah, I'll gladly take it. I just need to use the restroom. I go to someone with more legit standing within this organization.
Are you gonna try and go to his boss? Because
Yeah.
he's like the floor manager. So the person that he's in charge of might not be there. You might have to like search for them.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you could just, I think he thinks you're a worker.
Well,
That's why
no,
he thinks he's like,
he thinks that you're like some sort of like that you're investigating stuff, and he paid you off.
Mm.
So you could go and press him for more questions. You could go and press him for more money.
Yeah, like kind of
Um,
weird that we have these box with I don't see a label saying concessions, sir. And it's kind of weird that it's here near the stables of all things.
he kind of leans in and he says, "How much?"
Mm. How much are you? How much are you willing to keep my mouth shut?
He says, "I need to take it up with the superiors. Give me a price."
So they're in on it. Interesting.
Hmm.
Tell him you want to cut so that way he introduces you to the rest. If you don't,
Yeah,
that
sure.
way you
Okay.
can that way you can find the clowns doing this and take them out.
Yeah. Actually, Yeah, I want to cut. Actually, I want in on this. Actually, know who's in charge?
Roll me a persuasion check.
There you
oh my
go.
god.
Knowledge of the past year ago. 15.
All right, 15. That's not bad.
Pretty solid.
So he
Thanks.
says, look, there's a lot of moving parts. It's compartmentalized. I don't know who's in charge. I can send it through my contacts, but they're not going to get back to you very quickly. I said, like, he said he basically the number he gives you is like that he says that he's getting paid is around 500 shiny, and that all what he's doing is just not checking every box. He didn't even know it was in the box until you opened it and showed him. He tells you. And then
give me 500.
He says, I can send it up that you want a 500 yourself to look the other way. Yeah. I don't know if they'll give it to you. I think they might even send people down to attack you, like, and silence you, man.
What?
Like, I'm looking out for you.
You know what? 250, but you tell me what's the box for.
But he says, no, I legitimately don't know. I'm not lying to you. I mean, looking inside, it looks like it's something for the race. I thought it was drugs, to be honest. Rich people want to get a little bit of extra fun in. They pay me to look the other way.
I see.
This is what you could. Here's the thing.
Just wondering how to push them.
Because the answer is, if he doesn't know who's actually in charge, does he know the next person up?
You know the next person up?
He says, I've got a contact that drops the money and that I can reach out to if anything goes wire. But I don't have their identity, but I can put you in touch so you can negotiate with them if you would like.
Would they be able to do for the race or no?
Are they able to do it before the race, or am I gonna have to wait here?
Or not even just wait. You
He
want
says, no, if I bring this to their attention, they'll respond to you very quickly.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
He says, but like I said, I don't know how they're going to respond. They may just try and silence you. Are you sure you can handle it?
You can handle it.
Again, this guy just
Yeah, no.
They're not like the strongest member of the Peasant Bubble.
Yeah, no. At this point, like, yeah, it's fine. I can take it. Come on, that's the worst that can happen.
George, canonically stronger than Tyr, Jacqueline, everyone in Mount Drac. The entire outcast song party.
He kind of like shrugs his shoulders. He says, "Your funeral," and then he kind of looks you up and down. And is like, "Again, I guess." And he pulls out a sending slate and sends a message, and leaves. And after a brief period of time, a little girl holding a balloon walks up to you, and she says, "Hey, mister, are you the one in targeting about these boxes here?"
With an insight, let me know that this little girl's probably like a halfling in disguise or some shit.
Yeah, roll me an insight check.
All right, here we go. 14.
It doesn't look to be like a physical disguise, but that doesn't mean that it couldn't be magical or some sort of illusion. But you looking it up and down with your knowledge on how to disguise things, everything looks completely legit.
Okay. For now.
They ask again, and then they're like, "So, 250, and you go about your way, or do we need to get my big strong brothers in here to deal with you?"
Oh.
Get the brothers.
Yeah, get the brothers. I want to check this out. I'm just wondering what this.
How strong? You're telling me that you have strong brothers?
Strong brother. You're telling me you have some brothers? I mean, like,
how strong? Austin, here's what you do. You don't fight them. You have to bluff and make them believe that one of the brothers is having an affair with their significant other, and get the brothers to fight them.
With another brother.
Oh shit!
And that way, you gotta test how strong of brothers they really are.
Gotta see this bond.
No, hold on. How many brothers do you have? It seems like you got a lot.
You all certainly can't be related.
You all certainly can't be related.
Mm-hmm. So she says, "Well, I mean, I've got." She like looks you up and down. I don't know how many.
She actually like,
how many brothers do you think that you could take?
Oh no!
This is getting real gay, guys.
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Happy Pride.
Got more holes than you did before, but.
God.
He has more holes in him only because he's a skeleton.
Yeah, the skeleton.
Yeah, so
she's the skeleton around it.
Yeah, so she says, "Well, look, how about if we, I say, like, could you fight a gorilla?
I could take a gorilla.
Could you fight a tiger?
I know a guy that can fight a tiger.
You blew up
Could
a
you
murderer
fight a
and you're
tiger?
on Triceratops, man. You could definitely fight
Yeah,
a tiger.
you could definitely.
I could I'd definitely take a tiger, but I'm just like, I'm just shitting with you.
I would be sending a message to fucking the others for backup, but you know.
Yeah,
all
no,
up to
I
you.
So she just starts listing off more and more animals, asking if you could take them in a fight. Is there any point that you, after how long do you say, well, hold on a second,
hold on a
uh,
second.
go get your brothers?
Go get your brothers. Are you playing
how
sick of the
long
whole
do you
thing?
take?
Yeah,
Before
Long
like,
enough to send a message, Austin.
yeah,
but
long enough to send a message. It's like, look, are you planning on fighting, giving the whole zoo to fight me?
uh, she says, no, ideally we get no one to fight you. I just pay you 250 shiny and you go
Well,
away.
it sounds like you're threatening some violence along with
She
the.
says, no, I'm
much
definitely
pain.
threatening violence.
Mm,
250 is far beneath us at this point. You have to pay us way more.
So
I
at
have
this
some very good lawyers. Don't let them. If they're right or
uh,
man, your whole
at this point,
I'm like
Austin,
waking towards my party. My
uh,
lawyers.
Austin, at this point, she snaps her fingers and she turns into an exact replica of you. And then in your voice, perfectly mimicked, you say, I also have very good lawyers.
Are they all your brothers?
He says, no, I'm a friend of Bubbles.
Oh no!
Oh.
Now, how about you take this two...
you cut out.
Sorry, I
Tom.
dropped for a second. It's like, so they, you, holds up a bag and says, now why don't you take this 250 gold
Hold on, you're
and get out of my
turning
hair?
You're here turning into folks, the intimidator, trying to intimidate me, wasting my time. I expect 300 at this point.
Deal. They hand you 300 and they say, don't make a big fuss about it. And they say, now, if you want to pay me in shiny, I'll let you know where all the traps are gonna be.
Wait, what? Wait, you cut out there for a second.
Okay.
So they give you 300 shiny. They say, agree to the deal, you're off. And then they say, but if you now pay me 1,000, I'll let you know about the traps. They bribed you to have off another saying, but I will also take a bribe.
Can I sleight of hand them, and instead of giving them, I say deal, but instead of giving them the shiny, I give them 1,000 V coin.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty hard check because they're gonna take a look. So you'd have to give them the money first and then try and swap it out. Okay. Do you have enough normal shiny on you?
I have 1,000 shiny.
Perfect.
I just don't want to lose it. Is all.
Yeah. All right. Because if you like tried to like you'd have to do it afterwards. So as long as you have enough, you could try.
Yeah.
But note that if you try and fail, they're gonna have the 1,000 shiny.
I mean,
but then if you
could always just mug them and take it back.
This is true. You could
really
just learn where the traps are, try the sleight of hand, and then if it fails, you can just try to kill them back.
Yeah. I'll do the play, but as soon as if I do fail, I will pull out a gun instead. Like as soon as I hand them a bag,
You also
secret life hack.
Message to us too, so we know that
fire from the hip, if you will. But yeah, let's do it.
I'm sorry.
So I get.
Oh yeah, roll me the sleight of hand.
I take. I'm sorry. I take. I take 300 shiny. You take a bullet.
I'm going to do another knowledge of the past. Fucking running out of these.
This is the time to use it.
20.
Do you have anything else that could increase it?
Use your shit. This is the time to use it. Unironically.
You know what? I activate one of my sorry, I'm just trying to remember the ability.
Well, I'll let you know what they got, because they rolled fairly high. They got a total of 24.
Jesus Christ.
So you'd need to get at least another 4 to tie them.
How about I use
Bullet.
I mean, if you don't, you can still do your attack thing.
I actually have Marine Layer. That could confuse the money more, like the situation more.
Oh, what does that do?
20 foot of fog in all directions. I'm a good 10 feet from her. I'll say I'm a good 10 feet.
Well, now it's you. You're 10 feet from you.
Yeah.
So, well, you'd have to be closer, as you're passing over the money. 10 feet would probably be too far.
Yeah, no, too far, that's right. I'm just wanting to use the fog as a cover to basically steal it. Steal it back.
So is this after? So like after so I thought you were trying to like give them the money for real and then get the information and then steal it back.
Yeah, that's why I was confused, because I thought it was...
Well, so what it is like they take the money, they look at it, they put it away, and then they start talking. So it's in that putting it away, that's when you'd have to swap it out.
Yeah.
But what you could do is, once you do get all the information, you can try and physically take it from them. But that wouldn't be a sleight of hand.
That would be...
But if you wanted to wait for that, you could use the smoke cloud in order to muddy that up. Because you can see through the smoke cloud perfectly fine, right?
Yeah, I could see for fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Tell me. Oh no! Well, yeah, no. So you give them the money. You try and swap it out, but they're just too quick for you. They're very fast. So they currently have the 1,000 shiny. And they say, all right, look, there's 4 locations, and they give you the details on how to like get to the traps. They say essentially most of the stuff has already gone through. These are just kind of backups, redundancy, he says, in case some of the others didn't make it through. But that as far as he can tell, everything's set up. At this point, he also we'll say that he switches back. This time he takes just like a very generic man in a suit kind of look, and he's holding a briefcase.
All right.
And he says he gives you the information about where the 4 things of the traps are, and the best ways to disarm them. They're each kind of different. And he basically confirms to you that they are specifically targeting the Friends of Bubbles candidate. That your guys' horse of the race is what these are for.
Okay.
What?
Cool.
He says that he doesn't know the exact person that's providing the payment for this kind of thing, but that it's probably any one of your numerous enemies. And he says, you know, wait till the race starts to disarm them, since they have backups. If you go through and you disarm them all now, they'll put new ones in place. So you gotta disarm the trap right before your guy gets there. Otherwise, the redundant ones will they'll just be replenished, or you'll need to basically stay there in one location, and then the next one won't do it. And he says that he'll pull him and his boys out. That they won't cause you any problems since you paid them off. Do you have any questions for them?
Alright, so definitely have to do them during the race, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
So
very
Sorry.
really and they give us a location, so we'll just do it as we go
there's
along.
markers along the race. It seems like the traps are being hidden inside of certain markers. So you could just go to the specific marker and remove them before he gets there.
Very, very well. We're just unnecessary. We're gonna have to act as an unnecessary contender in the race. I say out of character. George is just like, very well. You did your part of the bargain. Before we go, sorry.
I wanted to pitch something to you. I just wanted to hear all of your opinions on this. At this point, wouldn't you want to wait till after the race to steal your money back? This is just an idea.
They're probably gonna put it in the pool, though. That's the thing.
The main issue is that
how are you gonna tell who this
finding
one
this
is?
guy again is the problem. Because he can just turn into anyone he wants. So finding him again is going to be impossible.
Yeah, no, that's going to be big.
Yeah, then never mind. Rob him.
Rob
him, and we'll deal with the repercussions.
Yeah.
Because here's the other thing, right? Because you sent the message to us, so we knew what's going on. So at least one of us should be fairly close to closing in on your location by now.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: if we take the money back now, the issue is that we're gonna have to deal with the cronies who might stop us from, disarming the traps. Or, something else. Or what could happen is that one of us could be. I guess we have an option of one of us could be following the guy around the whole time to keep track of him so we can get the money back after the fact.
That's so much too much of a chore. We're already dealing with some chaps. Some of them might be arcane as well, so
I say
I
one person I was actually going to say maybe Austin, just you follow them after this. Have you and Tasura or something follow this motherfucker? Yes, they have magic, but you and Tasura could definitely handle someone with magic. While Blair would probably be more useful during the race, helping me out if need be.
Yeah, that ability to breathe underwater, disarm the traps, do all of that.
Can I disarm the trap? What role is that?
I can disarm traps.
Can I disarm traps?
Use tools.
No, you could probably do. Blair is counterspell.
The traps are
in case they are magical in nature.
So you guys do have the information on the traps now, so I can let you know what they are. So there's 4 of them. Two of them are magic based in nature. One of them will probably require strength to disarm, and one of them will require your normal like thieves' tools to disarm.
Wait, so we actually need all of us to disarm, basically.
With all our powers combined.
Really, just maybe Cinna and George.
Like, I mean, unless we need counterspell to get rid of the magic trap, because I have counterspell.
Yeah, and no magic trap has been described yet. So
Tom just said the 2 of them are magical in nature.
Okay. So I guess you would handle those, and then...
You don't forget about Basil.
Oh, and Basil.
Oh, wait, does
He's
Basil
got cotton candy. You don't know where he got it. You haven't seen a cotton candy stand anywhere yet.
Do you think that there's any place selling like caps of water breathing for spectators?
Highs or lows?
Highs. Can we get much higher?
So high. So high. Kanye has ruined this campaign. I'm just gonna say it now.
We've reclaimed it. Kanye's doesn't exist in this
exactly.
society.
It's like how Dick Cheney exists in American Arcana.
Then again, at least if we had granted,
They don't sell caps of water breathing, but you guys could rent a personal vehicle, like a little water vehicle. And so you'd have to hold your breath when you got out in order to like do stuff, but you'd be able to then come back into the water vehicle.
So none of us have the water breathing spell?
I have water breathing.
Oh, well just cast it on Cinna before you go. Does it last like 5,000 hours?
Well, but is it concentration? Because
no, it is not. It is not.
Well, yeah, you can just do that.
Okay, fine.
I believe water breathing on one cast works on multiple targets. I can double check.
I mean, we don't need it. All 3 of us, the rest of us can breathe in the water.
Lunu needs it.
Oh yeah, you need it. Excuse me, you need it. So
I only need it for this race because I have to be a human.
Right, because you can just normally turn into a dolphin or some shit.
Yeah. And
so, George, do you have anything that can like mark or track people at all?
No. If I was a ranger, I would, but unfortunately, I'm not.
You really don't have anything?
So other than following people around, not really.
Yeah.
What about your detect good and evil thingy?
That works on like celestials and outsiders.
Yeah.
So the question is,
no.
What if this guy is one of those things, it could potentially help you metal detector him out in a crowd if he's something really weird.
Wait, what would the ranger thing be?
It would be like Hunter's Mark or Hex.
Okay. I thought Hunter's Mark had like a really limited range or something though.
It's 60 feet, but still.
This is to be cast on, then you can still track them with it further away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still going to. Can I activate my mist plan and get the fuck out of here?
I mean, you can leave if you're not planning on trying to steal it. You don't have to activate anything.
I do want to steal it back.
Oh, so you're gonna try and steal it back right now?
Yeah. I mean, would it be wise, fellas?
No.
Wait, no, I shouldn't have metagame.
Well, no, it's not about that. We were just talking about this the entire time. The answer is,
Would it be wise? No. Would it be funny?
We're gonna have to deal with this guy's cronies trying to stop us from disarming the traps. It's the issue.
Just to let you know what the check would be. So it would either be an athletics check to like basically like tackle them and pull out the funds, or you could do a deception check, and if you passed the deception check, then you'd be able to do another sleight of hand.
I will do that.
All right. So you activate your cloud to give you cover. And then
before I do, George will pull a bad joke. You know, race is going to be interesting. I mean, like, you never know what the weather's going to be. Like, maybe a case of fog. You know, I tried to catch fog yesterday.
He responds back with the race is underwater.
I missed.
I was never here. You never
All right,
saw
roll me.
Fart noise.
Roll me your deception check.
Oh, this is gonna go good.
God damn it!
Oh no!
What,
He rolled a nat 20.
You just fall flat on your face.
You just, it's like you throw the smoke bomb, but you're still staying in the exact same position.
So you do your plan, and he just vanishes. You just don't see him anymore. It looks like he teleported. Probably there's like a little bit of like sparkles left. It looks like it was a misty step, so you know he's not far.
I'm still gonna. I might as well shoot him at this point.
He's gone.
Oh.
Yeah, with the nat 20, he's like, I'll let you roll perception for him to see if you can maybe like hear something if he's like a couple aisles over, that kind of stuff.
No, that won't find.
That's a persuasion, Austin.
Persuasion.
God damn it! I'll reroll. Why bother?
Why?
Well, hold up. He could roll a 1.
That is true.
Unfortunately, he does not. This person gets away. I will give you one more thing though. When you were reaching out to grab something, you went to touch him and you realized he's not morphing. It's an illusion. So when you like pass through like clothes and other things, and you touch something real underneath that didn't match up, so you're pretty sure it's some kind of illusion that they're using, and you start to notice that the dialect of thieves' cant that they were using, you start to kind of piece together that you're like, this is the same kind of thieves' cant you saw when with the dragon eggs.
With the dinosaur eggs?
Sorry, the dinosaur eggs. Dinosaurs and dragons are so similar.
Right? Basil should have been allowed to race.
But nope, there is a clear difference. That's why one's called dinosaur egg, one's called dragon egg, and I did misspoke.
Biologically, maybe there's distant relatives, but regardless.
No, dragons are definitely insects. They have 6 limbs.
Hate you.
You know,
Look, I don't make the rules.
Hey, I just want to mention, every time I think, Tom's one of the best friends I've ever had, and then some stupid shit comes out of his mouth like this, and I have to reconsider things.
Yeah, wyverns are flying lizards.
And apparently pterodactyls are fucking dinosaurs.
A wyvern and a pterodactyl are very similar. In fact, I would make the argument that a wyvern is a type of pterodactyl.
I hate you so much.
Anyway,
but a dragon very clearly has 6 limbs.
Anyway, I report back to the party. George slightly defeated.
I mean, you basically cleared the race. You guys just gotta not fail your rolls.
So yeah, how much money do I have? Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna bet a lot of it on Lunu.
How much money do you have?
I currently have 1,100.
You gonna bet it all on Lunu?
What are the odds? What's the payout?
So most people, the odds are pretty good. Lunu's kind of close. Obviously the person most likely to win is your golden-haired villain of this arc.
So fun fact, I looked at the VOD from last time, and you didn't have his name then either.
Oh, did I not have his name then either?
Nope.
Why don't I have his name
You
anywhere?
were just like, oh, I thought I had his name here, but I didn't. It's like almost the exact same thing you said this week.
Oh my gosh.
So we get to just name him. I would like to name something Samson-like or something.
That's why I couldn't find it. I never had it. What if I never named him?
It's very possible. I think it's you. Maybe I don't know, but you didn't have a name last time.
I did mention earlier today. I was like, oh yeah, sometimes I'll do it and then I'll forget to make the name. I think that's probably what it is. That's why I can't find it anywhere in my notes. It's because I just didn't name him.
Yeah. So, what do we want to name him?
As much as I want to do a Samson, hold on. There is. I wanted to see if there's like a patron saint of strength.
I had.
There is a Saint Christopher who was apparently 7.5 feet tall.
According to Catholicism, this man was 7 feet tall, 8-foot wingspan.
He could have saved the Lakers.
LeBron could have been.
There were people that tall that did exist at that time.
Yeah.
They were just very, very rare.
No, 7-foot cock. Could roar like a lion.
What name would I...
Friend of animals and children. Lover of woman. Just one.
Fucking.
The patron, Saint Hasiat. Apparently fucker body like fucking weightlifted and looked like Arnold.
Wait, what was his name?
Hasiad.
You see it? Hold on. It's Polish.
Breaking up every time you say
it is Polish. It is Polish. So,
Oh, so all those letters are made up. Got it. Cool.
That's Hayakin.
Hayakin?
Yes.
They look like
Wait,
this.
holy shit, he's huge!
I mean, it's just a painting, but...
Nah, I know, man. He's holding it like a ragdoll.
I know I had a name for this guy. Because I think I, came up with it, based off of the worm. Maybe I just never wrote it down. Which does sound like me.
There's also that pastor that's famous for powerlifting.
Is there, do we know any golden-haired celebrities in real life?
We don't.
There's a bunch of Chris's that take that bell, Steve.
Actually, let's just go with that. His name is Chris.
Chris
Hayakin.
Yep. Fair. You what? That's his last name.
So that sounds like some sort of jockey, pretentious dude, bro. It's perfect.
So we got Chris Hyacinth out there.
Chris Hayakin.
Yep, famous for showing up for Oktoberfest.
Well, if we're gonna do that, then we should change the spelling of Chris. I'm gonna go with.
Oh no!
Y.
Oh no!
Chris with a Y.
to me so bad.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be bad.
Yeah, with
KRYS.
a
Oh,
K.
no, that's Tasura.
Chris.
Tom hasn't unveiled his evil yet.
Oh, like the Chris knife from Dune.
Oh, and the Dune's a worm, and that's a worm-toothed knife.
Okay, that's actually
That's not bad. All right, his name is Chris.
Chris.
Spelled
Nice.
Krys.
Yeah.
We'll go with Tasura's spelling here.
The
And
love of Dune wins out in the end.
I'm a
Love
sucker.
wins.
If you wanna.
A simple pleasure.
House Atreides wins.
Our new Worm King. Let's go.
Yeah.
Good intro.
You guys put this guy on the throne. But anyway.
Oh, good. So I go up to the party and just like, good news. Apparently they're planning to lay out some traps tomorrow. Bad news.
Right.
I'm $1,000
It's
short.
today. It's today. The race is
They're
today.
planning. I'm sorry. They're planning to place some traps in the next few hours. We're gonna have to take as much as I want to sit down and enjoy the race. We gotta make sure Lunu doesn't get killed by them. Obviously. Bad news. I'm 1,000 gold short for finding out you guys owe me.
What?
Well, did you include the 300 that he gave you?
Yes.
So then you're only down 700
Oh, this is true.
It's
from
true.
that
It's
interaction.
It's still not great.
Yeah.
So what's
Yeah.
the payout for actually bidding on Looney right now?
Oh, that's right. That's what we were doing.
Yeah.
Highs or lows?
Highs. We need massive money.
We need big wins. Big wins.
1.4.
That's kind of low.
Okay.
That's all right.
The other guy is 1.1. That's the safe bet. Everybody is 2s, and then the donkey is 1 to 5.
What?
Yeah, everybody just doesn't think the guy with the donkey is gonna win.
They're
So
fools.
it's
Wait, but wait. But if you said the donkey.
so for every one that you put in, if he wins, you get 5 back.
Oh, I thought you were saying 1.5. I was like, you only get 50, like 1.5 times back.
Yeah, no. For him, it's 5 times.
Okay, but for Lunu, it's 4 times back.
No, it's 1.4. So for every 10 that you put in, you get 14 back.
Man.
So like Lunu
Wait.
doesn't have to win. The dude just has to lose.
Wait, George.
That is also true. You
George,
could
do your
break
augury
it
on
for the
donkey.
donkey.
George, do your
And
augury
make
on
out
the
like
donkey right
king.
now.
Yeah, I'll do the augury on the donkey. And then we got follow the racer so we could deal with the traps.
So,
All right.
here's the thing.
Specifically, what do you ask Augury about the guy and the donkey?
So, out of character,
Mm-hmm.
before you say anything, what we could
Mhm.
specifically, because this is how we could do it. We could let the trap, because the traps. Since
The traps were designed to deal with Lunu.
Does it only affect the Wakandagri, or can it affect the other racers?
It seems like they're targeted towards them based off the information that you got. But if you could target others with them, that's theoretically a possibility. The guide disappeared in the cloud, though.
Yeah, and from what it sounds like, he probably doesn't give a fuck who falls for the trap other than Lunu. If Lunu falls to the trap, it's a plus for him. If anyone else is, it lets the other guy win. Most likely. So
You also know all of the traps are kind of designed to look like natural, like accidents.
Yeah.
If every single person was getting hit by them, then they look like traps.
Yeah.
That's true. But what if we just need to? Because I think because if we were to bet on the donkey, not the donkey to win, and we got 5 times our money back. That'd be pretty nice. Like, there's the safe. Okay, cool. I put it in 1100, and I got like what 500 back. But
I'm not really willing to cheat, but I am willing to even the playing field.
Yeah. Because the last thing we want is like definitely what like, oh, we know that there's traps, but one of the other racers triggers the trap meant for Lunu. Oh, there goes him. Oh man, his wife and kids are in the crowd today. He just suffered a horrific death.
Oh, the traps don't look lethal. You'd assume they wouldn't kill anybody.
it was just.
I still feel like the Inquisitor's in here somewhere, so like a non-lethal
Yeah.
trap is dubious.
Yeah, even then.
Does George know how to rearm traps?
I can with Thieves' Tools. I can.
You can set them, right?
I can deactivate them. Rearming will be a different tech. Is up to Tom. With you can with Thieves' Tool.
So the one with Thieves' Tools, Austin, you're fairly certain you could modify based off of the description that you were given. The ones with magic would require an Arcana check, and then the Strength one. It also sounds like, assuming that you were able to like pass the Strength check, it'd be a harder check to like.
Right.
But you could definitely do it.
Yeah.
This is what we could do, right? We could disarm the trap, right? Right? Like before we get there, and then just rearm them after the fact.
Alright.
And maybe move them slightly.
I would also keep an eye out for a shapeshifter that's trying to get in our way as we disarm the traps. Or at least his goons, because something tells me if we try to disarm them, there's going to be some thugs.
No, they told you that there wouldn't be.
Well, not anything from him. He did say that there were others who would reset up the traps if you just went up there right now and got rid of them.
Yeah.
Before the race.
So you'll have to do it while the race is going on.
Yeah, which, how would I put it? How are we gonna do this?
So like we also have to like not get caught messing with it.
Yeah.
In a way that it looks like we set off the trap.
If you're just turning them off, then you wouldn't need to worry about it, because you'd just be going up and then nothing would happen, and so no one would, they wouldn't look suspicious. But if you went up and did something, and then it did start knocking people out, then yeah, you'd probably want to be stealthy about it.
Yeah, so like what happens if we try to disarm it and then it goes off?
Oh, like if we failed, if we nat one.
Yeah, if we nat one and then we just like set off a whole bunch of explosions, what goes on?
If you failed to set it off, it would hit Lunu. I'll just let you get, with the description of the traps that you were given, a failure means Lunu's checks are worse. Or harder.
Okay.
Mechanically, game-wise, to explain how the traps work.
Okay. So in that case, yeah, so what we can do is just, we can, if we want to, here's the thing, I don't think we really necessarily need to use the traps if we just want Luna to win. But if we wanted Donkey Guy to win, I think we need to actively be helping him pretty hard, unless he is just casually the actual legendary long-lost sea donkey racer.
Yeah. I'm just gonna ask if there's any. Actually, instead of Augury, I look at the donkey. I'm going to use divine sense on it to see if there's anything up with that donkey.
Divine sense is the one that lets you know about celestials, fae.
Yeah. Undead and demons.
Hey guys, watch this. It's gonna be
what's the range on it?
It's gonna be a normal
60
donkey.
feet.
You get nothing from the donkey, but on a concession stand sitting on top of it, there's a small bird that's giving off demon.
Damn it, the pigeon.
And you could tell this bird looks completely unrelated to the pigeon guy. It's another demonic bird. Once you ping it, you can kind of tell it's watching you guys.
George, tell me out of character. George, tell me that there's a weird bird over there right now.
There's nothing weird about the donkey, but that bird's giving me a weird eye. Is it like a pigeon? It's used to have a pigeon, not a seagull or whatever.
No, it's a lot smaller than a pigeon. It's like a sparrow.
A dove.
All right, can I cast detect thoughts on the sparrow?
Yeah, that just gives you surface level thoughts.
Yeah.
You get kind of like frustration, like a little bit of boredom, like you get the words like, why do I have to watch these losers?
Does the voice in their head sound familiar at all?
Nah, you've never heard of it.
Can I try to probe? I'm gonna try to probe deeper. I have nothing to lose.
All right, what's the check for probe deeper?
Yeah, let me see. Here it is. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into reasoning, if any, emotional state. It's a 17 spell save DC.
Sorry, you get what?
It's a wisdom saving throw. It's a 17 spell save DC.
And then, what do you get from it?
Sorry, what? I can't hear what you're saying.
What do you get from
Yeah.
like passing or failing, whatever the word is?
Let me see.
If you probe deeper, the target it fails, you get insight into its reasoning. Something that looms large in its mind. Either way, the target knows that you are prying into its mind unless you knows that you are probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thought, the creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check contested by your intelligence check to exceed the spell's ends. Questions verbally directed at the creature naturally shape the course of thought, so the spell is particularly effective as part of an interrogation. You can also use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. Oh, that's pretty good.
I actually did not notice that part. That's very useful.
When you cast the spell, or as your action during the duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. The spell can penetrate barriers, up to 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal other than lead, or a thin sheet of lead blocks it. You can't detect a creature with intelligence of 3 or lower, or one that doesn't speak any language. All right, so you probe. The thing knows, so it will. You'll have to do with the intelligence check, but you'll get all of the information because it failed its save. So the thing that's looming on his mind is that he doesn't understand why his master is so interested in you guys. You get visions of the master, and it's the guy who took 1,000 shiny from Austin's character. And so it's that same rogue guy, the transforming guy. It seems like he has put an imp, because you can kind of tell based off of what it's thinking about that it's an imp, and it has taken the form of a small bird. And it's being told to watch you guys and to report back. But in terms of like things that loom on its mind, it doesn't seem like it was given any mission to interfere with you or to do anything of that sort.
Very,
It's going
very.
to.
Before you say that, let me just make sure.
Yeah.
I'm just checking one thing really quick. One second. Austin, you were saying that hex tracks stuff?
Yes, you would know the. Let me double check the spell reading. Hex. God. Spell hex.
It doesn't look like it does.
Okay.
Unless it's like a combo with the warlock feat or something?
Maybe that's what it is.
No, then it must be Hunter's Mark that tracks. Let me double check.
Well, let me check my stuff really quick.
I mean, you'll still be able to like attack it if you wanted to. The intelligence check is.
I don't want to attack it. I want before, in case it gets boom, because it's like oh shit. I wanted to mark it so that we could follow it.
Well, 100%. Whether it fails or succeeds, the intelligence, the next time that you read it will probably have that response of, "Oh, I've been outed."
Like for sure. Okay.
So roll just flat intelligence.
All right. This is gonna be bad.
Okay, you would have advantage or survival to check to find it.
I'd have to what?
Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, you get advantage.
You get advantage when you track something.
Okay. Well, int.
Did you get?
And I'll be honest about this zero that you just rolled. It's not that far off from what it rolled.
Maybe if you do another one of your things, Austin, it can.
No, it's too much for
no, that's for Blair. That's only for me.
Yeah, so the spell ends. It makes eye contact with you. It kind of like holds its feathers up, so one feather is making like a middle finger, and then it starts to like fly away.
All right, can I see? Wait. Does well, can I just follow it? Fuck. I can cast fly on myself.
You gonna cast something that lets you fly?
I have the fly spell.
You gonna cast it and follow it?
Sure. We still have time for the race.
Yeah, you guys got time. All right, so you start flying after it. It gives you 60 feet of fly speed.
Yes.
All right, so you're about the same speed. It kind of like looks over and sees you soaring after it. It starts panicking, and then start dashing, and then you start dashing, and you're kind of zooming around a little bit.
Why do I feel like it's that fucking chasing and Kung Fu Hustle?
Yeah. You're not really gaining on it, but it's not pulling away. And it turns around and it speaks, and it says, "Hey, stop it! Leave me alone."
Can I
cast doing anything to you guys?
Can I cast Misty Step to teleport in front of it and then just catch it in my hand, like in front of where it's flying?
Yeah. Roll me a grapple check.
Okay. What is that? Is it a strength? Athletics?
Athletics for you, yeah.
Athletics, yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, me. Oh shit!
That's
7.
pretty good.
I don't know, that's pretty good.
I'm sorry, it wasn't a very good roll. It got higher.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It rolled. It had a +3, and it rolled a 19, so it got a 22.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't cast guidance now. It's too late, right?
Well, it would matter.
Well, I have another way I can grapple them.
Yeah. So you teleport in front of it. I mean, so here's the thing: is that if it tries to fly away without disengaging, you get an attack of opportunity against it that you could use for a grapple.
Oh, true.
But it says, whoa, calm down. I'm just making sure you guys weren't doing anything crazy.
I mean, doing anything crazy? You're the ones who set up traps around the arena.
He says, well, yeah, we were paid to do that. We're paid to do a lot of things. It's like flying, and then but it's like putting its hands out, like it's like.
Yeah, doing like the whole like hand speaky thing. It's like, what do you mean by crazy?
He says, I don't know, something that maybe we could profit off of.
Profit off of?
He says, yeah, intelligence, sells. You guys are a big commodity. I can't be the only one spying on you.
There's like a Quasit in the corner, like, hey, buddy, I was spying on him first. You get your own spy.
If you guys are looking to profit, perhaps we could help each other profit.
He says, well, maybe we shouldn't be doing this in the middle of the sky above a crowded bazaar. Kind of looks like you're insane talking to this random bird, to be honest.
I've had people call me insane for less strange things, so,
So the bird lands on your shoulder. And it gets real heavy. And this is a feeling that you've felt before. This is the same level of extra weight for a small bird that you felt when the pigeon had certain pigeons land on you. You now believe that the pigeon guy has a couple of imps working for him too.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
And that's why it was heavier. Once the pigeon lands on you, it turns invisible. And so again, you're like, yes, it's all coming together.
Yeah, things are making a lot more sense now.
So you land, it's on your shoulder, and it says, well, look, I can negotiate with my master. We can communicate. You guys tried to rob him, so there's a little bit of broken trust between us.
Does he knows that they was trying to rob him with that, not just trying to make a really, like, dorky exit? Never got
he's like, I'll be honest, that never came to mind that you would try and do that, but sure, we'll say that's what it was doing.
Because that's what it seemed like to me, that he like was trying to do like a cool one-liner and be like, "You never saw me," and then just totally.
No, if you attempt to like steal the money, it's fairly obvious that that's what he passed his check, like the deception check. The deception check failed. Right. So its insight was significant enough in order to be able to tell what was going on. So yeah, they're very clear about the situation.
Okay, well in that case, well you see, my friend down there is an idiot. He might be. He's all brawn, no brains. He's incredibly strong, but man, he just doesn't, he just doesn't got it. However, for me, I'm kind of the strategist of the group here, and I think
It's like the exact opposite.
what?
We're like
Beating
loose
your ass into the
cannons.
brains.
I'm the
Yeah,
brains of the operation here. I'm the master
God.
strategist.
The imp says, "Yeah, I can tell. I think we're gonna get along really great. You definitely have a good head on your shoulders. I think we can negotiate."
Can I roll insight to see if he's just lying to feed my ego?
Yeah, roll it. What'd you roll?
16.
Yeah, he's buttering you up. You're not sure if it's necessarily hostile or anything, but he's definitely buttering you up.
Blair absolutely still just takes the compliments anyway.
Just take
Yeah.
the compliment. Just in your
So,
head.
because here's the thing, I see, you know, we have a certain dark horse, or should I say dark mule, in this competition, who has quite the apparently abysmal chance of winning. But the payout is hilarious.
You wanna fix the race that the donkey wins?
I mean, we'd all be rich, right? If we just put all our stuff on him and he wins. All we need to do, like, technically, we're just here to make it so that, you know, young Chris Hyacinth down there gets humiliated in the race. That's all we need. So whoever wins doesn't actually matter. So, yeah, I think we can come to an agreement, combine our strengths and talents, and possibly pull off, you know, a way for us all to retire early.
He says, "And your rider would be good with this, throwing the race?"
That's a great question. Out of character. Out of character. Connar.
No.
You can take out your sending slate and text him.
Luna's like, I can't wait to win this race. I'm so excited. I've been training so hard.
He's been posting on magically.
It's been like weeks of like build up for him.
Luna's like, I can't wait to win. I've been I've put so much effort into this.
That's a great question. Now I don't know what to say. Now I have no idea what to say here.
Good.
Because I either sabotage Lunu and he probably hates me forever. But it would help Austin because he is currently bankrupt.
So the imp seems like he's communicating with his master for a little bit, and then he says, "Well, if you guys can," he says, "remove Chris from the scene, my master can fill in and throw the race."
Oh, because he can just turn into the guy.
Yes.
You also do keep in mind it's a devil. Fucking contracts are its bread and butter.
So here's the thing where I'm at. I'm at impasse right now. Because I can also just be like, okay, so I just heard back. Yeah, he doesn't want to do a race. But guys, what do you think I should do? Do any of you guys got any ideas for where we go from here? Because I could just pull out. I could do a lot of different things. We could just try to figure out who these guys are, who hired them. There's a lot of stuff we can do from here. But I have this imp.
Ask them who they are and what they're trying.
So you could also be like, I don't want to interact with these people at all. These don't seem like good, upstanding citizens.
I could do that, but I have this imp on my shoulder, so I might as well do something, like gain something out of this interaction.
Hey, devil's
We should-
bargains, like, throughout
Don't.
fiction? I'm kidding.
The
Do what I
Faustian
should.
bargain.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bargain, but I would ask who they are and what are they doing.
I guess what
Or at
else
least-
were you guys trying to figure out with us? Because the things that we can prog off of, like what stuff we're doing? Like, what do you mean?
What was the question?
Oh, I was gonna ask, like, what else were you trying to spy on us for? Like, what else were you looking for?
Oh, it says if you guys were gonna be fixing the race, we just happened to oversee you doing it, then we would know who to bet on.
Oh, oh, that makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
What's Cinna doing all of this? I feel like
Yeah,
Cinna's
we-
very quiet.
Like, I'm not sure actually. Like, Cinna's just like kind of chilling. Like,
Are
I
you
don't know.
like, are you like drinking, like just having like a really good time at the pre-race?
Yeah, I'm pre-gaming when like no one's here. I'm just like having a good time on myself because like I'm not like willing to actively cheat if like there's gonna be something that like we do that makes it a challenge for like everyone, then I'm gonna be like, but maybe like an easier one for Lunu, then I'll be like, sure, I'll do it. But yeah, no, I'm not really paying attention to this.
All right.
I will
While
I will look for like because like it was brought up that like other people might be trying to rig things in someone's favor or not. We already know that like there are some things against Lunu, so I guess I would try and like see if anybody else from like the other camps in this race are trying to do anything.
all right. So you, the first obvious one for you to do a quick check-in on, is the donkey guy. When you pass by, you see that the halfling is there with his donkey, but they now actually have oxygen tanks, and the donkey has flippers,
Okay.
which was different than what he said the other day.
What did he say the other day?
That they were just gonna hold their breath and go for it.
Okay. Can I quickly do a primeval awareness to detect any magic in the area?
No, you don't detect any magic on any other stuff. It seems like it's a normal oxygen tank and normal flippers.
So I'll look at him and be like, "That's a fancy setup you got there. You got the oxygen tank and like, is that going to be enough oxygen for your donkey?"
He says, "Well, I mean, our original plan was to just hold our breath and go for it as best we could, but apparently people were really concerned and they looked through the rules and." As it turns out, you're allowed breathing apparatuses. And they even said that there was nothing against using the little fins. He points to it on on uh, specifically donkeys. It lists things specifically where you can and cannot put fins, and donkeys just aren't listed anywhere, and so you're allowed to put fins on the donkey. So we figured, well, if it's allowed, we might as well give it a go, although it kind of feels like it's a little unsportsmanlike. But, we were getting a lot of people that were a little bit concerned about us, so we figured we'd go with it.
This donkey's
I mean,
acting
yeah,
over-
take as many advantages you can. Have you been in one of these races before?
Because, no, this is our first one.
I thought you needed to like be in some type of race previously in order to qualify.
Oh, he says, "Oh, yeah. We're not from the country. We he says we're from he takes the map out. He says we do a lot of land racing um in like the the dwarven kingdoms. We do it in the river kingdoms. All donkey races. And we won every one. We're a top tier donkey racing team.
Mm-hmm.
We've never lost a race, and so we're just broadening our horizons. We figured, like it'd be fun. The normal donkey races were kind of getting too easy. We figured we'd try something new. And as it turns out, those races qualify us.
Okay, I see. Well, I'll be real with you. I'm rooting for you guys. Like, I tried to do some of these races down here. It seems like they're kind of like biased a lot of the time. Like, I tried to race in one of them, they didn't let me, and I got really upset
He
about
says,
that.
"Oh yeah, one of my really good friends is a centaur, and it's funny because they were a donkey centaur, and they made him ride another donkey.
Yeah, it's a little messed up, isn't it?
The
I feel
rules
like
just apparently are designed more for people with 2 legs rather than 4, unfortunately."
yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame.
Mhm.
But hey,
He says,
to be
"But
honest,
believe
I'm
it or
looking
not,
forward to seeing
though."
someone with hooves win this race.
Yeah, he says, "I once saw one person. There was a centaur race actually, and uh, you know, this one guy entered. They basically you had a partner who would get be on your back, but it was basically just the centaurs running with a guy. Is basically what it is. Like like how heavy your guy was determined like what like rank you're in. So if you're like with like a really big guy, you're in like the heavy race. And in that one again, if you had a centaur rider, you needed to put it on like the rider is an important part, I think, he says. So if you had 2 centaurs riding each other, then they could be in the centaur race.
What?
That's pretty good. I gotta look into these. I'm writing this down. I'm gonna ask where
He
these
says,
are. It's gonna be
yeah,
my
the
first game.
rider's the important thing. He says, did you try and ask them uh, if you could put the dinosaur on your back?
See, I did, and they didn't let me. So like that was.
First,
I
they
thought that
allow
would count.
that.
Like,
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
have a
say you
rider.
100% did, and they said
Yeah.
no. He says, "Oh well, that doesn't make any sense at all. I feel like that's a completely legitimate, thing."
Yeah, honestly. But yeah, I'm rooting for you. I'm really excited to see how you go in this. Do you have any like tricks up your sleeve or anything like that? Any type of like strategy
He says,
for going through
"Little
this race?
grit, determination,
This motherfucker
a little
scares
bit of
me.
elbow grease," and he like taps his elbow.
This
Can I do a quick
motherfucker's gonna
insight?
win.
He's gonna win. I can already feel it.
You know.
Yeah, roll me an insight.
So yeah, one thing I want to do is an insight to see how confident he is, and then I want to do like a type of like survival or nature or something on the donkey just to see how cracked this donkey is.
So with your dirty 20 insight, um, you seem to think he thinks he's got a shot. You're not sure he's confident he's gonna win, but you feel like he's not the kind of guy that is competing for second place.
Okay.
He wants to win. He thinks he's got a shot. But again, that's all in him. And then roll me the survival, either survival or animal handling on the donkey.
Oh my god!
Well, a nat 20 total of 30 is fairly good. As far as you can tell, it is a normal donkey. Now, it is more physically fit than a normal donkey. Like, you definitely make sense that this is like a championship racing donkey. But you're not getting anything that makes you think it could win this race.
I know the power of grit. I know the power of determination. I'm still
Yeah,
going
you know it's not you know that if it's gonna win, it probably won't be necessarily from the donkey. But the guy seems confident, and you want to know what? The donkey seems confident too. With that survival, you can tell the donkey. You can tell the donkey is a little bit annoyed about the flippers in the oxygen tank. In the same kind of way that the guy was like, oh well, people were worried, blah blah blah. That it seems like they're like, nah, we could probably do it without all this stuff, but we'll take it anyway.
That donkey is actually.
Yeah, I honestly feel like this dude is cracked because
yeah,
he's not worried about like going on like an hour-long race with this donkey. The donkey's not worried about it. They're fine with being underwater. I'm trusting this. So like I'm gonna text Lunu and I'm gonna be like, hey, don't take this personally. But if it looks like if there are any people that I'm rooting for in this race, it's gonna be you and the donkey guy.
I tell Cinna I completely understand. I'm scared too.
Yeah.
So
like, does he have? So it's just him and the donkey, right? It doesn't seem like he has any like pit crew or like anybody who's helping him out.
Pit crew.
Highs or lows?
Yeah, this donkey takes at least 40 miles to the gallon.
He rides up and they fucking replace his horseshoe in like 4 seconds flat, and he just goes.
They could just like feed him some oats, just like real quick, white on the side.
Oh no!
It looks like you don't see any signs of there being anybody else helping out here. They also have a very minimal style of equipment. It's just kind of like, I mean, besides obviously all the extra oxygen tanks and that kind of stuff, it's just like a normal saddle.
I fear for our lives.
I do too.
This motherfucker's going to break the sound barrier underwater and cause a tsunami and take out a civilization.
What, did it create like a cavitation bubble like a fucking pistol shrimp?
Yes.
Just like.
So I'm gonna go to the like betting area. Can I bet on 2 people?
You can.
We could last time. Yeah.
It usually means that you're going to lose money.
I feel like I can take that risk. I want to bet 100 on Lunu and 100 on the donkey.
All right, because what that means is that the only way that you'll win money is if the donkey wins.
True.
But if Lunu
So,
wins, you lose less money than if you were to just bet on the donkey. That's basically how it turns out.
Okay, so then what's the calculation to get 100 back? I need to do at least
400.
220 or like 230.
Well, no
Lunu?
matter what, it'll always kind of be like that.
Yeah, but it's gonna be 1 to 5 on the donkey, right? So like I would get 500 back if I bet 100, and then I would lose however much I only lose like 130.
So you want to put like, you want to put it so that way the amount of money. Either way, the more money you put in on Lunu, the worse it is if Lunu doesn't win. Okay, so in that case, if you wanted to break even, because it's what 1.4 for Lunu. So if you did, I think 250 would do that, right? Am I doing that math right?
Yeah, I think so. it should still give me like a slight profit.
So if you did 250 on Lunu and 100 on the donkey, if the donkey wins, you're up 250. If Lunu wins, you break even.
Yeah. Or, yeah.
That
should work. Or it'd have like 10 more or something like that, I think. Or 5 more. Maybe.
No. It's exact 100.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. 250 on Lunu, 100 on the donkey.
If you put an extra 4 on Lunu, you'd be up 1 if Lunu won. But then if the donkey wins, then you're down that 4. But that's how you do it if you want to have that win, you know, rather than just breaking even. And then obviously, if both of them don't lose, you lose a lot.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I believe in my heart of hearts, I believe that it's going to be one of these two. It's going to be neck and neck. That's what I'm betting on.
All right. So 254 on Lunu or 250?
Let's do 258.
All right, so you get close. All right, 258.
I get 2 gold.
Yep, and then 100 on
Did we name this man?
No, he's just the guy with the donkey.
Yeah, we're not. A man like this need no name.
Man with the donkey.
We might have given him a name.
My name is literally Man with the Donkey.
Kongi Donk.
All right. Is anybody else gonna place any bets?
So the one thing we forgot to do earlier is to have Austin roll his augury he was about to do before I chased after that imp.
Oh, that's true.
So what you should probably ask out of character is something like what will be the result if I bet on the donkey in this race?
I mean, how long's the race going to be? Altogether.
Excuse me.
Like,
it's probably going to be like 45 minutes to an hour.
I'll agree with me, let you know what, lets you advise like the best course of action within the next 30, though.
Well, the betting's going to close when the race starts, so that still counts.
Yeah, but I would say that probably because you're taking the course of action within that 30 minutes. We'll stretch the definition a little bit to say that for this particular thing it would still work.
It's just I'm debating if I even want to put money down because again lost a huge chunk of it because
I do the augury so the rest of us can figure it out, and then we can make us all like money.
All right. In the next 30, who do you think will be the first to pass the finish line?
No, not 30. No, not that. Who would be the best to bet on?
Who would be the best to bet
so
on?
You have to ask the like a course of action. Like if I were to bet 500 gold on the donkey, and then it would let you know.
Yeah.
If I were to bet on the donkey, how likely would he be the underdog of this race?
Like the winner.
It needs to be a good or bad.
Like, how likely is he going to?
It wouldn't give a likely.
Just saying, what do you like? A good course of action to bet on this donkey to win the race.
Would it be a good course of action to bet on the donkey? Like,
Okay, is that your final answer? Because that would work.
Yes.
It comes back up with whoa, meaning bad.
Okay. Then I'm going to put money. Then you might as well put your money on Lunu. And I just spend 25 gold just to make this spell work.
See, these bones don't know about grit.
They don't know about it.
I mean, here's the thing is that it can't really tell if you guys now using this information make changes. So if you start taking out all the rest of the competitors and force him to win, it wouldn't be able to tell that. But it seems like the Augury Fate is saying it's not a good bet on him
At this current point in time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good bet. I put money on Lunu. I put my money on Lunu, but then again, I have to go run around the field now just to make sure the traps don't go off.
Well, you all are going to need to do that, but you can place your bets before.
Yeah.
So could you message this to me out of character? Could you message this to me?
Yeah, I messaged it to you. Like, put your money on Lunu. As much as the donkey seems intimidating, I wouldn't bet on it.
Alright, I get that, and I get the message from Lunu to say, I can't wait to win this race. And I tell the imp, oh, you know what? Yeah, he just told me that he's taking this race on as a passion project. He does not actually want to throw. I thought he'd be more amenable. He's usually up
Do you want to kidnap that other guy and then replace him without... That you're doing that? That you're doing that?
Oh, so they can just bet on Lunu?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even us doing it, right?
It's no, you're heavily involved. We're not going to try and kidnap the, the...
Oh, yeah, because we have to kidnap the guy
of one of the candidates. But if you guys did it, we would more than happily fill in order to get a cut.
Right, because we have to kidnap him first.
Yeah.
Alright, I let me make a phone call really quick, and I can just call up the boys and the girl. That being Cinna and well, I guess the boy and the actually no, Basil's it doesn't matter. Cinna and George, and I'm like, hey guys,
the people,
question,
the dudes,
my dudes,
The dudes, yeah.
Do we want to kidnap Chris so that the shapeshifter guy who robbed George earlier can fill in for him and make it so Lunu guaranteed wins this race?
I mean, Luna's really excited to go in here. I don't want to make it look like we just made it easy for him. Made it easy for them.
I guess the problem is what after
I
the
don't
race,
trust him.
he did not
After the race, I'm fine with doing whatever you want to the guy, but I want to see some fair competition.
I think it's more the issue of after the race, he's gonna know he was kidnapped and did not race, and it'll probably be a huge scandal. And we will probably be the one that everyone points at first.
The bird imp that's on your shoulder, who didn't get off your shoulder, he's been talking on the phone, says, oh, why don't you just throw him in a dungeon somewhere? I'm sure you guys could probably have some people in dungeons somewhere. You guys just put 2 people in a random dungeon.
I glance at him with a, if only you knew, you sweet summer child.
He says, or, maybe you get him you get him on your side, once he's imprisoned, and you say that you'll let him out if he breaks up with his girlfriend. And then not only is he beaten, but then he breaks up, and then, you don't, I mean, I'm sure you guys probably have set up political figures forced to make public statements in order to avoid, problems. We're looking at the mining, the count and the union.
I mean, yes, but
You just do that again. I'm sure you guys do that all the time.
Yeah, but I'm not in the business of ruining true love. Blair says, hand on her forehead, like back of her hand on her forehead, being way too overly dramatic.
The imp says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm an imp, all right. And if there's one thing I know, those celebrity marriages are fake."
You know what? You're probably right. But who am I to get in the way of two, young lovers in love? That's a bit, it's like,
He
I don't
says,
think...
"Also, you could just kill him and hide the body."
Oh, yeah. Look. I've heard this man on the phone, and while I'm pretty sure his IQ is so low that he shouldn't have any brain activity to begin with, I don't think we need to, I think that's a bit drastic for, and very, it's very drastic for a simple guy we're just trying to beat in a race. We don't have any actual beef with him, like, beyond the fact that he happens to be dating a person we don't particularly like and are actively competing with.
Yeah, but you don't have anything that makes you think that, like he offers no other benefit to you. Killing him may be the most simple solution. It can cause some emotional turmoil in your opponent. Now, look, I think we should actually really go down this killing him path. You are talking to, like, an imp on your shoulder.
Ah, yes, the devil without an angel on my shoulder. The classic scenario that's not supposed to...
I message Blair saying, like, whatever this imp says to you, take it with a grain of salt.
Oh, no, I'm taking a whole salt shaker right now.
Yeah, no.
He says, whoa, that's offensive. Those are like chains for imps.
What? Salt shaker?
A magic circle made out of salt?
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying you guys are being very insensitive.
Okay, you.
I wish George could just throw salt in this fucker's eyes. I'm gonna be real. I don't trust this group.
Lunu sends a text. It's like, hey, random advice of the day. Imps seem very cool. They are actually not. Don't listen to them.
Unless their name is Grelvo. Don't ask me how I know this. Okay, so in that case...
Grelvo's not even that cool.
Look, I'm an opportunist and all, but I don't know, this one is just like... it doesn't sit right with me. I'm sorry. It's just not, I don't think there's any need to kill this guy. He's honestly so stupid that it's like killing a dumb, defenseless puppy. It's just needlessly cruel.
You get the feeling like the imp, like, after you say that, he's like waiting for like the point, not realizing that was the point. He's like, yeah, we killed the dumb, defenseless puppy. Yeah. Why wouldn't we do that? I'm confused.
Look, here's the thing. If you want to bet on the real winner of this race, well, guys, do you have anything else I should try to do with these guys to potentially help us? Before I just, like, tell them I'm not going to murder this guy. Or kidnap him.
Dinosaur races.
What?
You can ask him about dinosaur races or dinosaur eggs or anything like that.
You're right!
If you want to.
I'm sure demons know so much about dinosaurs.
Well, these are the guys who did it. Well, here's the thing. I think from what I've heard from my crew, I think I know who's gonna win this race right now. My question, I do have a question for you though, good sir.
Yeah.
Since I know you're here in the racing scene, at least for deep sea races, do you happen to know anything about dinosaur racing? Potentially any dinosaur eggs of interest that may or may not have gone missing in recent times.
Why are you looking to buy?
What?
I mean, no.
I can't hear you said what?
He says, why? Are you looking to buy? Well, I might know a guy.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Depends on what they are.
He says, well, I mean, sometimes, some eggs go missing, and then some people find them, and they raise them, and then they sell them, and sometimes when the eggs go missing, someone was paid to do it, and then they know where those eggs ended up, and they may know people who are willing to sell them. But if you want like a dedicated list, like I don't have that on me. I'm a bird.
Yeah, definitely a burn. Also,
He says, well, I mean, like, where am I gonna put a pen when a piece of paper?
I mean, I could just type a note on my sending slate.
He says, where am I gonna store a sending slate? I'm a small bird.
Okay, because I also wanted to see, because I saw visions of his master in my head, right, when I detected his thoughts, right?
Yeah, so you say that you want the dedicated list sent to you.
Yes, and the other thing is, what did the master look like? What form had he taken on, or was it his true form that I got to see?
All of the recent forms that you flashed through your mind were what do you would call it? They were scattered. Sometimes he was the little girl. Sometimes he was like a larger guy. Sometimes there was he's a little bit for like he was like an old woman. Um, so it seemed like he was just constantly changing, and monitoring the movement of all of the boxes and that kind of stuff. So in terms of what his real form is, you don't know if in any of the memories, if any of those was his true form. Your immediate assumption is that it probably wasn't.
Right. Okay. Because now the thing that I'm actually interested in, besides the eggs, 'cause the eggs are very interesting, I'm also curious to see if all of them were actually dinosaur eggs or not, or if there's something more interesting, or if there's some really weird dinosaurs in there. Since they did go missing, we saw that article a while ago. I'm also really interested in his guide and on how he's doing this illusion.
We know it's just an illusion. It could be just disguise self.
He's not morphing, but he's he's casting it a lot is the thing. So if it is just a simple spell slot spell, he's using a lot of spell slots. So I'm also just curious in this in general, and to see what else. So I think I'll maintain contact with him through this. And I'll say this, like, all right, in exchange for this, then I'll tell you who you should probably bet on for this, and the answer is Lunu. Because as far as I can tell, this Dark Horse donkey is not hiding anything up its sleeve. And
he says, whoa, I don't gamble. All right. Yeah, I agree. Your guys got some pretty good shots. But if the race isn't fixed, I'm just going to watch it for fun. He puts a number into your sending slate. And he says, I'll have my we'll reach out to you if we find out where any of those eggs ended up and if any of them are for sale.
Okay. All right. Thank you. What should I call you, little bird?
He says that his name is Thai.
Thai?
Thai.
Well, you know what they say. Thick
No.
thighs save lives.
No, not thigh. Thigh.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
Wait, no, I didn't hear what you said. Why?
No, thigh.
Thigh?
Like PSI?
He says yes.
Like the dude who did Gangnam Style.
Oh.
He says I spell it with a Y though.
I hate you. I hate this. This world. Blair just stares down. This world isn't perfect.
He says, yeah, he spells that for you. It's PHY.
This is even. It's fly.
No. PCY. Sorry.
What is happening?
Sigh.
Blair types in SIGH and presses the same contact button. Okay, but yeah, in that case, yeah, we're not gonna kidnap this guy. Thank you for the offer, though, and we'll be in touch later in regards to those omelets and all that later.
He gives you like a little salute with his feathers, and then flies off. And once he's a little bit out of your reach, he vanishes, like he turns invisible.
Okay. All right, so I go to the betting table, and I tell Lunu before I do, Lunu, you better win this thing.
I was planning on it.
All right, good.
Fair and square.
Yeah, fair, and I cast guidance on them.
You say you cast guiding bolt on him?
He fucking blows up Lunu.
No, guidance.
Okay, he bully webs.
The race isn't for a minute though, right?
Well, yeah, you do that. You do that before.
I'm going to bet. I'm gonna bet a lot. Guys, should I just bet it all? Should I be an actual idiot?
That's...
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, we don't... Look, we've stopped caring what you do in character a long time ago.
This is true. All right, I bet a clean 1,000 on Lunu.
Good.
Cinna. And then you. Oh yeah, sorry.
Got to get the change in there.
I mean that is the most important part. And then this is Blair. Basil. Where is it?
How much money does Basil have?
Oh my gosh, yeah, Basil has to bet. He's been keeping up a treasure hoard for a while.
I see. Keep
You
your
don't know how much
secrets.
you bet.
We don't know how much he bet.
Hey Basil, how much you put down?
Mom, you said to put down college fund? I don't know why.
Who did you bet on?
Said that he uh he he's like, well, I didn't put it all on Luna. Not all of my money, because that would be irresponsible.
I mean, I technically didn't either, but
He says, but I put down a lot.
well, I'm glad you put it on Lunu. I believe in him. I also believe that we can disarm these traps before you run straight up. Speaking of which, guys, we should probably start heading out to there.
Yeah, no, how are we gonna do this? Because, like, my thought is just...
George, are you going to be betting anything?
I've literally just lost 1,000.
No time like the present
No.
to get some of it back by betting on the winner, right?
George is gonna start making his to debate. I'm probably not. I'm just gonna say that because why? I already am running low on money. Second, George needs to make his way to those traps to disarm them.
All right.
So,
well, I think what we'll do then is we'll break here. Because I am not at 100% today. And I don't want to go through this next part. Now it'd be a little too late for me.
No, it's already
I'm getting
late.
over being sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So,
I was gonna say though, you did well for someone who's sick.
I didn't know you were sick until 5 seconds ago.
He said it at.
oh
before the
yeah, I've
session.
got the COVID.
This
You have
speaking
COVID?
of our sponsors.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever had it.
That's awful. I'm so sorry. At least you don't have Omicron like I got.
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't have BOFA.
Anyway, where can we find you?
Connor, you can find Connor at Boosh at Conjoin Artists at on Instagram, Blue Sky, Con the Artist on Twitter. You can find me where else? Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, those are the main three. Join the Discord, like, comment, subscribe, and be our friend. We want you to be our friend. Hang out with us. Join the Discord. We do movie nights occasionally. We just had a fun bad movie night. I just got done with a move, so more uploads soon. Anyway, gonna pass it over to Austin.
Hey, you can find me at Octo_ us on Twitter. Sometimes I'm lurking. I do have Blue Sky. Granted, I will be DMing some games for the channel soon. Expect something. Anyway, Tasura.
Yeah, hi, it's me, Tasura. I'm a person. I'm real. It's my birthday next week, so give me money. Just like flush it down the toilet, and it will arrive to me at some point in time. So, yeah.
Happy almost birthday!
Yeah.
Happy almost birthday. We love you.
1 year closer to the grave.
1 year
Yeah!
closer, and you're dead.
Look, the grave worked out pretty well for George.
Nobody liked me when I was 23, maybe 24 would be better.
Is the money to get to you important, or is it just all money that's flush?
All money that's
Will
flush.
eventually end up to you? Because I feel like that's got to be an actual large amount.
Yeah, so there's got to be a little bit of intent to it. You have to, like, think.
Okay, all right, there's got to be a
In
little
your
bit of
heart.
intent.
Yeah, but...
Okay. Because otherwise,
Never
I
wonder
feel
where
like
it goes.
it's got to be like a weird superpower to have. Be like, anytime anybody flushes any money, accidentally, whatever, it all comes to me. Like, that person's got to be pretty wealthy.
Mhm.
That'd probably be a really nice passive stream of income.
Yeah, someone
Well,
dumped a bunch of
Better than dropshipping.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say it's like you get maybe like a couple of quarters a day, and then every now and then you get $10,000.
You'll get the drug money that's over 5 seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, man,
Although I gotta
all
feel like
those
that probably
drug
doesn't
lords
happen
paid
anymore.
for Tasura's college fund.
Hmm. That's why I don't have loans anymore.
That's wild.
But yeah, Steven.
Ah, yes! It was I, Blair Audina, master of sparrow catching and tactical genius of the principal. You can find me at Venty179 on Twitch, YouTube, 15079 on the Hell site on Twitter, Venty on Blue Sky, and a bunch. I don't know. You can find me. Venty has a lot of stuff. Maybe we'll be streaming for Safari Week coming at the end of this month in June. Yeah, I did the episode. Besides that, yeah. Wait, am I the last person who went? Did Austin go? Did everyone else
No,
go besides
you
me?
forgot
yeah.
about the lovely and wonderful Tom.
Well, it's Tom then. I just want to make sure before I pass it to Tom. So, Tom!
My plug for today are those rocks that get formed when a volcano erupts and the water goes inside of the ocean, and then it creates this really porous rock that floats, and it's really good for taking dead skin off of the bottom of your feet.
We love a pumice
Amazing.
stone.
You gotta love it.
They're not called plumbuses, but it kind of looks like plumbus. So whenever I see the name of it, that's what my brain replaces it to. But they're the volcanic rocks that you rub your feet with.
Makes sense.
Hell yeah, brother.
I think I have a couple.
I need to get one, actually. I don't actually have one.
Yeah, no, I need to get that. Here's some too much info. My feet are basically rocks. I step on things and shatter glass.
Anyway.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody!